Hey guys, how's it going? Daniel here, and in this tutorial we're gonna see how to create some stem. I think it's stem, the pronunciation. I was looking the Project Dragon props and pets and a lot of stuff, and I really love it. The artwork, the game work, it's so awesome. And maybe we can make something similar, more simple of course, just to practice and play a little bit. So let's do that. I really like to make these short projects. Of course, isn't short project because sometimes it's necessary to spend a time doing it, but I really like it. So let's start with that. I'm gonna create the base. Maybe can be something like that. I'm gonna use these clay sets. It's really awesome and helpful. It's free, I think, but if necessary, you can just ask me and I can send it for you guys. The UI interface, the same thing. If you want it, just ask me and I can send it for you. So let's go, let's do that. Let me use the Z modeler, add some loops here to keep the border straight. Polish it, something like that. Geometry, Ctrl D, Ctrl D, Ctrl D, Ctrl D. Do lower. Now I'm gonna use the Dynamesh, turn off dynamic, and I can try to work on the silhouette a little bit. Let me activate the symmetry. Transform, no, I will not use the symmetry. Of course, we could make different if you want, but that's okay for me on this way. Let me see. Too strong. Yeah, maybe can be something like that. The cool part, I can use the inflate and negative here, but I wanna keep this cylindrical shape. So first I'm gonna select the middle here, more or less in the middle. Deformation, inflate negative. That's okay. And now I can try to create a silhouette here. Very simple. Just to play with that. And here also I can use the inflate negative a little bit, yeah. Oops, something like that. Yeah, I think can be. Let me smooth a little bit this region a little bit, yeah. That's enough. Ctrl D. Do lower. Now I'm gonna increase the resolution. Oops, to 128 can be. Oops, update here. Yeah. Let me use the Highpoly or not. I think not. And let me activate the perspective, deformation, and use the polish here to polish things, or I can use the polish by feature also, but I'm gonna use the polish to polish all the element. I'm gonna use the orb cracks pack, it's free also, orb cracks, and I'm gonna use this, where are you, orb cracks here. And we can try to create, let me increase a little bit, maybe 30, too much, 25, yeah, let me play with that. Hey guys, just to remind you that we have new premium course every month uploaded on Udemy and Skillshare. where you can access a lot of different content for you learn, improve and grow as an artist. We have all of our courses available to watch and learn from right now, new workflows, techniques, tips and tricks, and now it learning from industry veterans and experts. You can check the description down here, and Skillshare is offering 1 free month trial to the premium membership. With this membership you are going to be able to access all of our courses and watch and learn all of these amazing things that we cover with all of the softwares. So what are you waiting for? Check our course down here below. Yeah, I'm gonna create the lines here. Can be here, open a little bit. So of course we have a lot of other ways we could make some masks and extract it, but here I'm play a little bit more. Not so good. I don't want the same line, for example, here and here. Let me remove it. Yeah, can be something like more here. Let me see, something like that. Yeah, it can be. That's good. And let's continue doing it. Oh yeah. It's try to create a good variation. But of course, here we are doing more fast. Usually when you are doing it into a game, it's more calmly. Yeah. Let me see on this region here also. Then more thin. Let me switch to the chocolate. We can use another element, that's okay. Yeah, that's good for now. We could add something like, we could maybe duplicate that, scale it, and try to create some element like that. Something like this way. Let me just test. Let me see, something like that, maybe. Let me check, yeah, could be. Something like, maybe something like that. And here we could try to create a line. Yeah. Let me mark here a little bit also. And try to create more. It's kind of veins, guys. Maybe you can call it veins. Just help me because I am increasing my English yet. Yeah, just this one here, it's too strong, but then I can increase it. Orb crack. Oh, that's okay. Let me see this one here. To this direction. Another here. And here also. And play with that. see, more strong the lines a little bit. I move it a little bit to the side, to the side. Here I think that I need more elements also. Yeah, can be something like that. An S letter design. Let me see. Here we could make something like that or create some better aspect, but I don't know yet. Something like that, and this part. Let me see, yeah. That's okay. I could use a mask. Oops. It would be better. Maybe, right? Let me turn off the perspective. Something like that. We're gonna have something more natural. So let him test. Natural not, but more perfectly. Line. But I think that to it I need to increase the resolution. Oops, no quick save. Come on. Let me save it. Save wood. Wood, not 200. 01 can be. Yeah. Let me just mark a little bit more here, maybe. No, I think it's enough. Let me use the clay polish, guys. Geometry, clay polish. Yeah, but let me press Ctrl Z. I'm gonna increase here first. Double. Play the mesh, and now I can use the clay polish. But yeah. So let me press Ctrl Z. I gonna first. Let me see here. Work in low resolution. Come on, my friend. Let me see here. Yeah, 128 max clean, and now I can increase. No, isn't necessary. I think that I'm gonna just press Ctrl D and try to mark again. Here, to create the effect, for example, like Wayfinder, the best way would make some masks and extract it like something. For example, we could make something like that and move and create some elements, but isn't the idea. It's more like a simple study to make in 30 minutes. So let me reinforce here a little bit. We could use delays, but that's okay. Yeah, and enjoy the process. The clay polish, it's to create something. I have this cavity or some cavity like that, and when I apply the clay polish, basically it will create a polish by the plane. So for example, instead I have something like that, the cavity, I'm gonna have like the cavity planification. It's very, very better, in my opinion. Of course, it's a depend of each project, but for stylish characters or stylized props, we're gonna use this workflow usually. It's not a rule, but it's very, very helpful. And I really like to use this one. So let me reinforce a little bit more here. Great. This point. Here we have this part also. That's okay. So we have some stages that it's to refine, to organize the things, try to create more cavity, more contrast. Isn't only cavity, but have a good contrast to the model. And the secret here is try to avoid make something like that. Of course, how I said to you, it's depend of the project. If the project require wave silhouette, you're gonna make it, but if not, try to avoid. Oops. More contrast a little bit. One by one, and that's okay. You could use alpha. Another alphas to increase it. Let me see here. This part. Oh, one more here. Increase a little bit the contrast, the cavity, and have this better visualization. Here it's a little strange, but that's okay. Same here. We could, for example, use the orb crack packs or blush, but it's wood, so I don't know. Don't want to add a lot of other things, but maybe one, yeah, can be like X landmark here, maybe. We have infinity possibilities here. Random, maybe. I don't know, really, I don't know if I'm gonna make it or not, but I like it. Can be, yeah. Also, orb could be something like that. Hold Alt to create some effect like that, but I'm gonna make it then. So this little guy here, I don't know if it's necessary to use it. What do you think, guys? So let me make it handily here and cut it. And the same here. Yeah, isn't perfectly, but that's okay. Hold Alt. Let me check. Yeah, can be to play with that. Clay polish, Control D, and I can. Yeah, I think it's enough. So it would be good to merge it, right? Maybe. So let me select this part, and now I can hold Control, mask, and maybe try to create something like that. Let's move a little bit. No. Let me see here now and create another mask. Something like that, maybe, yeah. Let me cover the other parts to isolate out it. Move the pivot, turn off perspective, and I don't know if it will work. Let me see. No, I don't like it. I'm gonna make handly. Something more on this way. Can be. Isn't perfectly, but it will works. We could use another alpha and all these stuffs, but how I say to you, it's these things. It's more to practice and play a little bit with the projects and all these things. If you wanna make something more like a production or for a game, like into studio, you need to spend more time, use the concept, work very calmly. But here it's a good way to see how the things works. Let me create a landmark here. Let me see. Something like that. Yeah. Perspective, good. And now we can try to increase a little bit the element, or I can just use clay polish. I think clay polish it's enough here. But I'll press Ctrl Z, and I'm gonna try to create more little curves here to give this aspect of this element here. I think it's enough. And I'm gonna make the same thing here. Isn't necessary because will be the bottom part, but if we wanna, we could, for example, duplicate and rotate this part to this direction to create a fake variation. So it's important you have the two ways. So let me see here. Oops, turn off perspective and handly. I'm gonna make it handly. Yeah. Good. That's good. Oops. Let me cut here. No, isn't necessary. Let me just fix it. That's good. A point here. And it's enough. Something like that. Yeah, can be. It's good. Now I can try to increase a little bit. Maybe cut a little bit more here to define a little better. Hold out here maybe. No. Yeah, just create a little bit more contrast. Let me see. Yeah, clay polish now. That's good. Isn't perfectly, but it will works. Let me see. Let me use the high polish. I have these things here, but it could be fixed with zero measure and the other elements, but that's enough. It's more study. Yeah, I have these problems here. So I can use the high polish to fix a little bit. To create some variations also. The wood element. Yeah. It's enough. Let me see here. On the border. Could use the pinch also, but that's okay. Let me use the pinch brush. I don't know this landmark, I think that no makes too sense, but that's okay. Just use the pinch brush. Yeah, it's enough. This little guy, I could merge it. Let me delete. Let me save it again. 2. Let me see this guy here, this another, so let me clay polish it enough. So let me duplicate it also, Ctrl D, and delete the geometry just to have, oops, just delete subdivision too. And now I can merge it, merge down. And I can use AB 400 Dynamesh. And also I can use the clay polish. Yeah. And here I can merge a little bit. Just to have a better transition. Only it. Yeah. And now we could try to create something like more natural, maybe. I don't know if it is natural, but well, could be. Let me see here. No. I don't know, I think it's okay. I think it's okay. Let me try to make something like that. Can be, yeah, that can be. It can be, guys. Now we can use this guy here. Arboro, hold Alt. Let me see, or this another here. And create some landmarks here just to break a little bit and make some different stuffs. Of course, we could increase the contrast of this element here if you want, but well, that's enough. You know, it's more to play a little bit. We can reinforce the cavities here if you want. Handle one by one. So yeah, same with this guy. But that's okay. I like to use the Madcap red wax just to see the cavities. And yes, that's okay. That's okay, yeah. Let me return to this guy. Yeah, that's okay. I think for the high polish, it's okay. But this part, maybe we could have a more polish, maybe. I don't know, let me see, something like that. Yeah, it will be better. So we could make a protection here. And here we could have this effect. Isolated, maybe. Something like that. You're gonna have a better visualization, maybe. No, I'm gonna use curved, yeah. I could make on this way, like something like this way, or I have this more curved, okay? So yeah, let me see here. We could maybe also duplicate that scale. Oops. Something like that. If we want. Let me see, yeah. Something like that. We could have a variation with that. Or like this way. Let me move here more or less, maybe. More natural. Yeah, can be. And let me duplicate that. Duplicate, not just merge it. Update. So now the problem is that I have these elements here marked with blur, but that's okay. And let me use just the clay polish. Yeah, and I can smooth it here to create a better transition between the mesh. Oh, Daniel, but it's just it. Yeah, make the difference. Of course, guys. Of course. So let me create this line here. We could play a little bit more, create a lot of variations and cuts, a lot of things, guys. But the idea here is more to show you some variations that it's possible to do. So yeah, can be. Here I have this little problem, but that's okay. Yeah, let me fill this little hole here that not make too sense here. Yeah. It's enough. Yeah, I think it's enough. Let me see here. Little cut here maybe. Yeah. Here we could cut it also or not. Let me test. So I always try to test and play a little bit with the shapes. This is the secret. Yeah, can be this effect. And yeah, guys, and is it. And in the next video, we're gonna see how we're gonna make the red topology and opt the UV. But the first moment is it. We have the Highpoly. Early process yet. And we can create a lot of variations from it if we want, of course. So this is the cool part. Yeah. For now, it's it, guys. And in the next video, we're gonna make the red topology and the UV, and then we're gonna make the texture. So see you in the next video. Please comment the video, enjoy the video, share with your friends, and of course, suggestions are always pure welcome. So see you in the next video, guys.